Hello, hello. So, good afternoon, and welcome to Akwaaba Yoga. My name is Mark, and it's a little bit late today. I decided to jump on the bike this morning and go out for a little ride. So, apologies for the lateness. But if you're watching this on playback, again, hello. And yeah, we're going to have a 25-minute flow today, stretching out the hips. Going to focus a little bit on the legs and the hips today. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. Again, as always, listen to your body and go at your pace. Afternoon to D-Man and Queen P. Always inspired by both your energies during the week, whether it's walking, skipping. D-Man, I've no idea how you fit everything in. You're an absolute machine. Your skipping techniques, incredible. Cool. Let's start in a seated position or maybe on your shins. I'm going to sit on a block just to raise my hips off the ground. We're coming to just some stillness before we kick off. So maybe come cross-legged. Sit up nice and tall through the spine, roll the shoulders back. Bring your hands, your palms together or into your laps. And relax. As we're in a seated position, let's just become aware of our surroundings. Let's become aware of our energy, how we're feeling, what we're bringing to the mat. And if there's any sort of stresses or concerns, just see if you can use the next 25 minutes or so just to leave them off the mat. Just give yourself time today to focus on any positive energy you can curate. Use this moment as an opportunity just to let go. And bring the feeling of letting go in line with your exhales. So on each inhale, take the breath all the way down deep into the belly. Nourish the body on each exhale, release. Inhale to charge up. Focus on the pranayama here. Exhale to release. Pranayama, breath control, is one of the 8 limbs of yoga as described by Patanjali. So even if we just sit here for the next 20 minutes or so, this is very much yoga. It's not necessarily about who can do the splits or come into a handstand. Two more rounds. Taking the breath all the way to the belly. Exhale to soften. And again. Sigh it out. On the next inhale, let's float the arms up towards the ceiling. Deep breath in. Take the gaze between the hands. And on the exhale, we're taking the left hand back down towards the floor. The right hand's coming over the left knee. Inhale, sit up nice and tall, coming into a gentle twist, twisting from the hips over towards the left side of the room. On each inhale, we're lengthening up, sitting a bit tall in our seat. Exhale, we're twisting. Keeping the chin over the chest. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. And release back to center. Let's come to the other side. Again, let's float the arms up towards the ceiling once again. Deep breath in, lengthen out through the arms. Exhale. Let's bring our right hand down behind our backs. Left hand goes up and over the right knee. If you're not quite reaching, maybe just place the left hand on the inside of the right shin, just to get a bit of resistance so you can start to come into the twist. And again, inhale, we're lengthening up. Exhale, come into the twist. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. And let's release back to center. On the inhale, raise the arms back up towards the ceiling. On exhale, let's take it interlace with the hands just behind the back of the head, back of the skull. Let's open up the elbows. So we're shining the chest, our heart chakra, up towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, we're rounding in the upper back, drawing the elbows together, taking the gaze down towards the floor, coming into a stretch through the back of the neck. Let's try to avoid collapsing down. Let's try to stay sitting up nice and tall through our backs. Let's just use the resistance of the hand against the head to come to a stretch through the back of the neck. On the next breath, let's open up with the elbows, lifting the head up. Taking the arms into cactus arms again. Let's shine the heart chakra up towards the ceiling, anahata. Taking the gaze up, pinching between the shoulders, and relax. Let's bring the hands down. Let's turn and face the front of the mat. I want to come into our balasana, our child's pose, and knees apart, feet together. Just bring the bum down towards the heels. Slowly walk out the hands, the arms to the front of the mat. Bring the forehead down towards the mat. On the next breath, let's press up into a downward facing dog. I'm going to come into a couple of cat and cows just to undulate through the back. So taking the belly down, the gaze goes up, tailbone goes high. Exhale, rounding the upper back, pressing our hands into the mat, taking our gaze to our belly button. And again, inhale to gaze up, shoulders come back. Exhale to round. On the next breath, let's come back into a neutral spine. We're going to lift up through that left leg, pointing the toes towards the back of the room. Maybe curling the toes towards the face, so the left leg is parallel with the floor. And let's see if we can lift up through that right hand, playing with the balance, and float the right hand towards the front of the room. The right palm is facing the left side. Just let your gaze down towards the mats. And on the next breath, let's bring the knee in and draw the right elbow back towards the right hip. Let's go long for one more. Long breath in. And exhale to come back into our tabletop. And let's switch and take the other side. So we're lifting up through the right leg, which is parallel with the floor. Either point out through the toes or curl the right toes in towards the body. Left hand, if it's there, we're lifting it up so it's parallel off the mat. Left palm is facing the right side of the room. Bringing the knee in towards the nose. Left elbow comes towards the left hip. Just go long with the arm and the leg for one more. Before meeting once again in our tabletop. I'm going to press into the hands, curl the toes under, and come into our downward facing dog. Just walk out through the toes here, stretching out through the calves. Let's energetically draw the heels down, lengthen out through the arms, the tailbone goes high. Find this space in the back here. Long deep breath in. And exhale out. Just come behind the toes. Jump, step, walk the feet towards the front of the mats. Let's meet in our ragdoll.
at the front of the mat, and just sway the body from left to right. The arms, the head is heavy. Maybe take a bend into the knees. So nice and relaxed. And gravity to take control here. Slowly come back towards center. Come into stillness. We're going to take our right hand on the outside of the left shin, or maybe the left thigh. And we're going to come into a twist again. So we're lifting up the left hand towards the ceiling. As far as it will go, or maybe place the left hand on the sacrum. Just use the right hand against the left shin to help us come into the twist. So we're bending into that right knee. We're alonging that left leg. We're taking the gaze towards the left side of the room. We're energetically coming into that twist as far as the body will allow today. For 2, for 1. And exhale to release. Let's come back towards center. Let the arms go heavy. Let the head hang down. Let's come to the other side. So this time the left hand goes to the outside of the right shin or the right thigh. This time we're lifting up through the right arm up towards the ceiling. Maybe take the right hand to the sacrum, bend into that left knee, long in that right knee as we come into the twist. And relax. Let's come to the halfway lift. Hands on the shins, lengthen up through the arms, long in the neck. Exhale to release. On inhale, let's bend into the knees and float the arms up towards the ceiling. And on exhale, hands into prayer to center the chest. And inhale, the prayer goes high. Exhale to bend from the hips. Utkatasana. Coming down to our forward fold. Inhale to come to a halfway lift. Exhale to release. Inhale to go long in the body, taking the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands into prayer at the center of the chest. One more. Inhale, the prayer goes high. Exhale to bend from the hips to come all the way down. Inhale to come to a halfway lift. Exhale, bend into the knees as much as we need to, so we can place the hands on the front of the mat. So keep bending to the knees. Step back with the left foot and back with the right. So we're meeting our Kumbhakasana. High plank. Walk forwards and back on the toes. Walk forwards onto the toes. Drop down to the knees. And curl the toes. Bend into the elbows to come all the way down, bringing the chest towards the mats. Keeping the hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the elbows in. Let's press up into our cobra. Or upward facing dog if you want to lengthen up through the arms. And on the exhale, let's curl the toes under. Downward facing dog. Long, deep breath in. Exhale out. And come into half pigeon. So we're lifting that right leg so it's parallel with the floor. On exhale, we're drawing that right knee forward through the body. Take the right knee to the back of the right wrist. Bring it just beyond the outside. The right shin comes down. Use the left toes just to walk the left leg back. So we're coming into a stretch for our left hip flexor here. Maybe stay up high on the hands. Walk the hands back so we're long in the back. Or we can bring our chest down towards the floor, creating a pillow with the arms. Bringing our foreheads down. I'm going to stay in half pigeon for a few breaths. So feel free to make any adjustments here. So you can just avoid any pain or discomfort in the right knee. If it helps to place a block underneath the right butt cheek, just to elevate the hips. If that helps, I invite you to do so, or use a tool the tall, thick book. On the next breath, let's press the hands into the floor. If we're down, so we're all meeting up high in the hands. I'm going to drop down onto that right butt cheek. I'm going to swing that left foot forward towards the front of the mat. Keeping the right sole of the foot tucked in, so it's either on the inside of the left shin or on the inside of the left thigh. Again, let's float the arms up towards the ceiling. Long, deep breath in. And exhale, we're bending from the hips to energetically draw the chest forward towards the shins. Just drop the hands down, maybe either side of the left thigh or the left shin. You can grab the underside of the left thigh or the left shin to just add a bit of resistance to just pull the chest forward. Or if the left foot is within reach, start to bring the left toes and curl them towards the face. So we're coming into stretch here for the left hamstring. Long, deep breath in. On exhale, we're drawing the chest forward. One more breath. Let's roll the hands back. We're going to bring the right knee up, so we're pressing or position our right foot. So either sits on the inside of the left shin or the left thigh, or you're going to lift that right foot up and over the left thigh. So either variation. So we're going to come into a twist again. So using the crease of the elbow or the left hand, just wrap it around the front of the right knee. Taking our right hand and placing it behind our backs. Again, we're going to sit up nice and tall for the back. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to come into a twist. So this is a nice twist to come into to stretch out through the lower back. One more breath. Start to release out, bringing the chest forward, lengthen that through both legs, just shake out through the legs. And we're just turn and face the front of the mat, come back into our tabletop. There's no magic way to do that, so as gracefully or ungracefully as you can. Let's curl the toes under, lift the knees off the mat, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, exhale out. So other side. So this time we're lifting up through the left leg. Left leg this time is parallel to the floor. On the exhale, we're drawing that left knee through the body, taking the left knee just beyond the outside of the left wrist. Left shin comes down, so it's on the floor, perhaps at a right angle, 45-degree angle. And again, just use the right toes to usher that right leg towards the back of the mat. When you found your edge, just uncurl the right toes. So you can step high on the hands. So come into a stretch into our right hip flexor. So feel as if you're drawing your hips forward, lifting up through the chest. Or again, feel free to walk the hands forward. Create a pillow of the hands. Bring your head down towards the arms. Just soften into the pose. See if you can take each inhale just at a place in your body where you can feel the stretch, where you might feel any tension, or you're looking to Welcome any release. Half pigeons are what I call a really patient pose. It's one that for many years I found I was struggling to come to terms with. Not really sure I'm supposed to be feeling it. And the main thing I found is not to compete with myself, not to believe it's all about the stretch. For me, it became an asana where it was important to find release, mainly because my hips are real tight. So on each exhale, soften into the pose. On the next breath, let's press our hands into the mat. I'm going to swing that right leg forward, so drop down to the left butt cheek. Swing the right leg forward. So again, the left sole of the foot this time is on the inside of the right shin, or maybe the inside of the right thigh. Inhale to lengthen up through the arms. Exhale again, we're bending from the hips to come down. Take your hands to a place where it helps you just come into the forward bend. Maybe taking the hands on the outside of the right shin or the right thigh to help draw the chest forward. Curl the right toes in towards the face. For 2. For 1. Start to release out. We're going to lift up through the left knee. So the left knee is pointing out towards the ceiling. The left sole of the foot comes flat on the mat on the inside of the right shin or maybe the right thigh. Or maybe bring the left foot up and over the right thigh. Either variation will come into a twist on the opposite side. So use the crease of the elbow or the right hand to wrap around the left knee. Inhale to lengthen up. Exhale to come into a twist. Twisting over towards the left side of the room. So feel it through the left piriformis here. For 1 more. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Start to release out. Face the chest forward. And just shake out through both legs. From here, we're taking the hands out to the sides. Slowly start to bring the back down towards the mat, engaging for the core. And see if you can hold it a couple of inches off the mat for a count of 10. If you want to play with your balance, you can lift up your feet, so in that low boat pose for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Release the head down to the mat. Take both soles of the feet, so it's flat on the mat. Lift up the feet, so you're drawing the knees in towards the chest. So we're finding a stretch once again for our lower back. Let's come into happy baby. So we're taking the soles of the feet. So feel as if we're holding the ceiling up with the backs of the feet, and then let's start to draw our knees in towards the armpits. See if we can do it without lifting the lower back off the mat. So keeping our lower back down towards the floor. So I'm feeling this in the top of the hips. 2, for 1,
bring the feet together, knees apart for Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring the feet down towards the mat. Right hand on the belly, left hand on the heart. Long deep breath in and sigh it out. Feel free to stay in Supta Baddha Konasana or lengthen out through both legs. Just let your feet flop out. Take your hands, maybe down to the mat, facing the palms up towards the ceiling. Go long in the neck, placing the head on to the mat. Just close the eyes as we come to Shavasana and relax. As always, I invite you to stay in Shavasana for as long as you would like or as long as you feel is needed. When I first start to find some movement, hands and the feet, shake the head from left to right, see massaging out across the back of the skull. Or I'll just draw the knees in towards the chest once more. And rock up into a seated position. I'm going to come into my shins. Take a long, deep breath in through the nose, all the way to the belly. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And relax, sigh it out. Your eyes are closed. Wait to blink them open. And all done. Thank you once again. If you're able to tune in on the live, if you're watching on playback, hope this finds you well. I hope you enjoyed this session. Thanks again to D-Man and Kui P. Otherwise, I look forward to being back on a mat, hopefully on time. This time next week or 12:30 next week. So in the meantime, have a great week, stay safe, and catch you on the socials. Take care in a bit.